Hello Burgate Sixth Form. I speak to you today as your head of Sixth Form at the end of what has been an extraordinary 8 weeks. When I loaded up my car on the 18th of March, I could scarcely imagine that I would not set back on Burgate soil for so long. Apart from when I had my boys, this has been the longest I have been away from school, and of course with this has come some sadness. I was devastated not to say goodbye to you, Year 13, who learnt so abruptly that your exams were cancelled. I felt sad that you would not get to experience all the rituals and rites of passage that mark the end of A-levels, particularly the Leavers Ball in June. Believe it or not, I was also sad that you didn't get to take your exams, having worked so hard during your time in Sixth Form. Not having the opportunity to prove your tremendous talents and abilities seemed so unjust somehow. I also felt very sad for you, Year 12, that you have had to miss out on so much of the summer term in Sixth Form. It is my favourite time of year to be at Burgate. It's always lovely seeing you all out enjoying the sunshine and our beautiful grounds. I am so proud of the relationships you have forged with staff and other students in the time you have been here, that to not be around those friendships also makes me feel sad. But like many of you over the last 8 weeks, I have been on a journey. To begin with, it was quite a challenge getting my head around the implications of lockdown, social distancing and setting remote lessons. My parents are in their late 70s and my sister is shielding, and I have had to isolate from them. This has been really difficult for me. They only live around the corner, but not being able to give them a hug has been the hardest thing. I have been at home with my boys, my partner, and Georgia, who lives with us, and this has been an amazing experience. My boys are 18 and 21, so I wondered how they would cope being locked up with their middle-aged mother. But they have been fantastic. Such a joy to be around. I feel proud of the responsible young men they have become, and I've enjoyed my time with them more than I could have possibly imagined. I see this quality time of us all together as a real positive to come out of something so awful for so many. I'm acutely aware I'm unlikely to have so much precious time with them all together again. This was perhaps the first and biggest realisation about some of the tremendous compensatory insights that lockdown has brought to light. Another is the importance of friendship, particularly that of my colleagues at Burgate. Like many of you, we have our little social media WhatsApp groups where we stay in contact and lighten the burden with humour and kindness. Technology has also been a great assistance. Who even knew what Zoom was 8 weeks ago? Although it's not been proven yet in schools, it is great for get-togethers with families and friends and quiz nights. It is so important to stay in touch at this time, and seeing people's faces really matters. In the words of Grime, make sure you call your relatives to say, I love you. I have also been inspired by how fantastically you have all adapted to this brave new world. You have been absolutely brilliant at using Insight and school email to manage your learning and keep in touch with your teachers. I know I speak for all the staff here in the Sixth Form when I say thank you for being so responsible in taking the initiative to work hard and stay in touch. We all love hearing from you. Believe it or not, your teachers love being around teenagers, and all of us miss you. That's not to say we haven't been busy ourselves. One of the wonderful things to come out of this period of time is that people have had to try new things. I have bought an electric bike and fallen off of it publicly. I've relearned how to knit, and I am mid a painting by numbers. Dr. Hill, Dr. Grable, Miss Stevens and Mr. Barfoot have all been doing online yoga with Mrs. Cordell. Mrs. MacDonald has had her work cut out homeschooling 3 children under 10. And Mrs. Dennis has got her garden in tip-top shape and has become a village volunteer to help the isolated members of her community. Of course, who could forget Miss Goodyear's performance in a music video with Mr. Cakebread, with the wonderful trombone solo from Mr. Whitehead. Footage of him playing with his family somewhere over the rainbow every Thursday evening when we clapped for the NHS has also gone viral. The NHS continues to be an inspiration. Words are not enough when it comes to the thanks we owe the nurses, doctors and support staff working to save lives on the front line. Our debt of gratitude is immense. Likewise, the essential workers keeping our country moving, our bins emptied, the supermarket shelves stacked. I know that this includes many of you who have risked your own health and well-being to honour your commitment to do the part-time jobs that hopefully have kept some semblance of normality ticking over. To you, I should also like to say thank you. To all of those of you who have donated time and resources to the charities and agencies that provide help and support to those who are more vulnerable in times of crisis, you are all amazing. Above all, however, I should like to say thank you for your positivity and cheerfulness. You give me hope on a daily basis with your optimism and commitment that in the future we will all have learnt from this shared experience. That we will create a kinder, more caring, greener, more equal society together. The future at the moment is still very much uncertain, but I hope very much we will be together again before too long and that perhaps normal service can resume in September. But we shall have to be patient and wait and see. When school does resume, I am confident that a new normality will establish itself very quickly, with friendship and laughter and all the things we recognise about the wonderful community here at Burgate. I'm sure I'll be nagging some of you and telling you off for being late to lessons or not handing in your homework. And I hope this too will be reassuring. Until then, I believe the official line is stay safe, be alert, and most of all, stay in contact with your teachers, tutors, each other, and your loved ones. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your half-term break. Mrs. Fenner.